Hey, I was just thinking about the difference between violence and aggression. I read something yesterday that seemed to kind of confuse the two, and I've seen a lot of people get them mixed up. And if this fly keeps bothering me, you'll see a little bit of violence, but not aggression. Um, all aggression is centered on violence or the credible threat of violence. And you don't have the right to commit aggression. A lot of people would put that in terms of you shouldn't commit aggression, and depends on what you think about should and shouldn't. Okay, sorry, had a tiny bit of a distraction there. Anyway, violence is just the use of physical force, and as such, it's neutral as far as ethically. You sometimes violence is good. A lot of times it's just neutral. And if you're using violence in aggression, then it's bad. And basically, the difference is it's if someone else has already attacked you or threatened to attack you or has violated your property in a sufficiently bad way, then if you use violence against them, you have not used aggression because they already started it. They initiated force, and you are just defending. And defensive violence isn't wrong. You have a right to use defensive violence, and it's not aggression. It doesn't matter how it looks to an outsider. If someone else has started it, it's not aggression. It's kind of like the difference between sex and rape. To an outsider looking in, they might look identical, exactly the same. There's no difference to an outsider looking in. The difference is consent of both parties. Well, the difference between aggression and the other forms of violence is whether the person who's the target of the violence did something first to start it. So that initiation of force is in differentiating between violence and aggression is exactly the same as how consent is what differentiates between rape and sex. So, don't aggress against people, but when you need to, use violence. Violence can be good. It can be the right thing to do under some circumstances. Don't reject violence. I understand the desires and the feelings that drive people towards pacifism, but pacifism doesn't make you a better person. Having the capacity for violence and using it the right way, non-aggressively, that makes you a better person than pacifism does. Anyway, I hope that kind of clears it up for you if you had a problem with telling the difference. See ya.